Hello, my name is METİN ARIDAŞIR. This is 27th part of explanation of my theory. White place is, remember, it was my empty page, which I termed meta-sensation, perception, matter. Once upon a time it was an empty page for me. Then I have started to write. This is motion arrow. Intrinsic belongs to meta-sensation, perception, matter. Remember my former videos. My electron model. ARIDAŞIR's electron model as intrinsic motion form of meta-sensation, perception, matter. And the motion and interaction principles of electron motion forms. 1. Free electron motion form is main intrinsic cyclical motion form of meta-sensation, perception, matter. So, there is no electron particle or wave particle round of an atom particle model. Because here, ATOMOS, it means, if it means indivisible, ATOMOS, not atoms, not particles. If there is an atom, single, unique, and if it means indivisible, yes. ATOMOS, that time, ATOMOS is my meta-sensation, perception, matter. And electron motion form is its intrinsic motion. Now, there is no atoms, and for not confusing, there is no atom. There is meta-sensation, perception, matter, universal reality, things here, here, there, in subjective reality. You can watch my former videos. Two, electron motion forms cannot seen directly. I can see this directly. But electron motion forms cannot be seen directly in our subjective reality. Three, free electron motion forms, whether they are at rest or in relocating motion, inertial, accelerating, or decelerating situations, they produce and propagate successive spherical waves through the eternity in frictionless meta-sensation, perception, matter. Yes. What are these symbols? Shortly, shortly. Wait a moment. I'm sorry. White page. Meta-sensation perception method. This is motion arrow, intrinsic motion arrow. Belongs to meta-sensation perception method. But it cannot maintain at this. Then a kind of not pressure concept, but I will say now, yes, a kind of pressure from meta-sensation perception matter on this motion arrow, a kind of pressure, inverse, come in again, another. This is first cycle, finished. This is first electron motion form, still motion, yeah. There is no at rest point. Okay? And again, second wave, here, second sphere, and second sphere finished, then third sphere, so on and so forth. Okay? Please, I recommend you watching my former videos. Free electron motion forms, whether they are at rest. This is free electron motion form. Say it is not relocating now, at rest, okay? But at rest means not wholly at rest, because it is not relocating. At rest means not relocating, okay? If free electron motion form is not relocating, it doesn't need accelerating for producing and propagating successive waves. In frictionless meta-perception matter, remember, it is going on producing and propagating sphere waves. Please think of in 3 dimension. Okay. Now, free electron motion forms, whether they are at rest or in relocating motion, inertial, accelerating or decelerating situations, they produce and propagate successive spherical waves through the eternity in frictionless meta-sensation perception matter. Remember, there are my formulas about free electron motion form. Here, for each Vg, linear velocity, and second one 2Vg. Here, remember, first cycle and first sphere, okay? This is first electron motion form. Not confusing. linear velocity, remember? 1,884,000 approximately kilometer per second. Approximately 6 or 7-fold of speed of light. Then remember, second for second sphere, for second wave, 2 Vg multiplied by 1,884,000 multiplied by this. And here, linear velocity 3 Vg goes on. Okay. Yeah. Can you see this? Yes, it's so important. My formulas, Vg n equal to two pi c. Okay, but n multiplied by 2 pi c. Again, Vgn and wave number, or successive wave number. Okay, sphere number. Equal to n multiplied by 2 pi c. Vg equal to 2 pi c. This is my main formula. This is my another main formula. Okay, two of them my formulas. Don't forget, please. I have told these in my videos. There must be different radiuses, wavelengths, electron motion forms in matter sensation, perception, matter. So, for instance, one of electron motion group may be 0.3 nanometer, another one may be 6 micrometer, another one may be so small as source of gamma rays. Okay. But don't forget this. Next, I will explain wholly my theory about this. Our atoms composed by special wavelength electron. Okay, I will explain. I have put forth formulas and I published in this book. Now, neither in motion nor at rest, the frequency of electron motion form doesn't change. This is fourth, fifth, sixth. Well, neither in motion nor at rest, the frequency of electron motion form doesn't change. Each frequency of each wavelength electron motion form is constant. Whether it's not important, one of electron motion form wavelength is 0.2 nanometer, another one 6 micrometer. Okay, they have different frequencies, but 0.2 or 0.3 nanometer wavelength electron motion forms, or 6 or 10 micrometer wavelength radius, not important, electron motion forms, frequencies, whether they are relocating or at rest, constant. Frequency of electron motion form is always constant. It may produce successive waves and while relocating, and we plotted as continuous spectrum, frequency never change. Okay. Neither in motion nor at rest, the frequency of electron motion form doesn't change. Each frequency of each wavelength electron motion form is constant. 5. Free electron motion form doesn't spin. It's so important. According to my theory and electron motion form model. According to my electron motion form model. Here, this is electron motion form, but it doesn't spin. This is wrong picture. This is wrong picture. No. Electron motion form doesn't spin. Okay? And this is doesn't spin. This is the reason of CP violation. Next, I will tell. Mirror display. Okay. You cannot see positron, electron. You cannot see. Or I'm so sorry, I confuse you. You cannot see symmetry because same. This is mirror, it will be same. Because there is no condition for discern the symmetry. Okay. Next, I will explain this CP violation. Why? Now, two or more electron motion forms can join to make joint cyclical motion. But to do this, for instance, for two electrons, two of them must be in the opposite direction. Here, this is one of electron motion form. This is another one. Okay. If they make joint cycle, it cannot be in same direction. Okay? No. This is which you named entanglement. In my theory, entanglement means this joint motion, joint cyclical motion. One of electron motion form here, another one there. Okay? And when they come together, here we are. And from now on, they stop to produce and propagate successive waves. Finish. And equal 1 and equal 1. Okay. This is proton-like being together for electron motion forms. I will explain next. Here, two electrons entangle now. And I want to say this. There is no electron, positron, pairs. Okay. And there is no matter, antimatter, duality. Yes. I will explain this next. Yes. And two or more electron motion forms can join to make joint cyclical motion, but to do this, for instance, for two electrons, two of them must be in opposite direction. Therefore, they can make joint cyclical motion. This is the meaning of entanglement. Free electron motion forms are not two different kind, an electron and positron. Okay? 7. Electron motion forms produce and propagate two types of light waves, except artificial radio wave production, I guess. Okay. A. Free electron motions produce and propagate successive waves. B. Atom-type electron motion forms like this. Now, this is free electron motion form, at rest or relocating. Produce and propagate in all directions, okay, successive waves, freely, and through the eternity. But now, B. Atom-tight electron, atom-bounded electron, proton-bounded electron, atom-tight, atom-tight electron, like that. Remember, joint. and will be always one wave number. They cannot produce successive waves. Cycle, cycle, cycle joint in motion, but we cannot see successive waves. Remember my former videos, free electron motion forms successive waves, okay. Come in, this is atom-tied electron motion form sample. This is free electron. When one of free electron motion forms successive wave, join that joint motion form, electron motion forms axis at the rate of n square. Remember, absorption according to my theory, this is absorption. This was okay. I have taught absorption. And when free electron motion forms successive waves vanish, this enlarged n square lambda e, this is lambda, normal atom type bounded electron motion forms wavelength at the rate of free electron motion forms effective successive wave and successive wave, okay, at rate of this n square multiplied by atom type electron motion forms wavelength. Here this is the enlarged rate and it has an energy value. Okay, wait. And when the successive waves vanish, then this enlarging electron motion form cycle, single cycle, tight bounded electrons, enlarged electron, enlarged sphere, shrinks again in its initial, while shrinking, this, in the meantime, it produces and push the pulse, single pulse, through the eternity, single pulse, enlarging at the speed of light, sphere, pulse, single wave pulse. And this is emission. According to my theory and my formula, this is the emission. Okay. Emission. This is the single wave pulse. Emission. This is another kind of light, according to my theory. Electron motion forms produce and propagate two types of light waves, except artificial radio waves production. I guess I will explain that next. A. Free electron motion forms produce and propagate successive waves. B. Atom-tied electron, atom-bounded electron motion forms can only produce and propagate